Welcome back, everyone. In this episode, we are traveling to Gorme. Thank you so much to everyone who has contributed. This has really been so humbling. I know I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe link for me. So there's lots of sad doggies and kitty cats. Here's a sad doggie I saw, but I love them. And apparently there's a large Irish population in this town. Pretty cool at the Shamrocks, did not expect that. And this is the place I want to stay away from. Saw this huge prison on the way, and makes me wish I had not seen that movie. But anyway, no worries there. Traveling along, and lots of people said hi. I love the hospitality of Turkey. It's so great, such a great country. And then I saw this guy a few times, actually. And I was hoping to catch up with him in Gorme, and here's a statue that I thought was super cool. We'll see another one here in a little bit. And this was an awesome structure and a cool mosque. Check out that mosque, isn't that fun? And these clouds were threatening all day. There was a few sprinkles, but it wasn't too bad. Pretty good weather. It got cool. I definitely needed to stop and put my jacket on. All kinds of sheep. There's millions of sheep everywhere. Made me nervous here right on the road. But this is me getting my coat on because it did get chilly. And so, Gorme was just an incredible city. Highly recommend it. Oh, here's that guy again. I wonder what that sign says. If anybody knows, please let me know. Like I said, I didn't get to catch up with him. There's the omnipresent Turkish flag. Pretty sure you can see Turkey from space just from the flags. Here's some more of the flags. They're everywhere. And here I'm getting into the town and the area with all the cave dwellings and stuff. And it's a little bit of a quick video of me setting up my tent. Hope this isn't too boring, but it's kind of fun. And yeah, hotels are nice and everything, and it's nice to have a bathroom and a shower and all that. But this was a great campground. I'm at the Panorama Campground, and really nice. Had electricity right at the campsite. They have good showers, a nice kitchen area. Highly recommend it. It was very good. And you can't beat the view and the location. We're going to see some of the view here in a little bit. The continued amazing hospitality of the Turkish people, really great. The gentleman who owns this campground was exceptional, helped me out with a few things. Very, very good guy. If you get the opportunity, I would recommend staying here. Little on the expensive side, but not too bad. So, and then camp is pretty much set up at this point. And there you go. That's what it looks like when everything's ready for bed. And then this is me, that first day, heading out, doing a little exploring. And then the next morning, this is what I saw. So bear with me and enjoy some of these pictures and videos. Really remarkable. So many balloons. And this is a daily occurrence. This happens every day. Different times, I noticed the next day, which we're going to see here in a little bit, it was a little bit later, and I think that was due to the weather. It was very different weather. We're going to see that later. But this is so cool. It's so beautiful. And I hope you enjoy it half as much as I did. This was exhilarating to see all this. The balloons lit up. Look at that volcano in the back. So amazing. And they're all lit up from the flame heating up the air inside. Isn't that cool? Look at them all there. I just loved it. This is such an incredible sight. Such a gift to experience this. Look at all those balloons in the air. It is just unreal. Been to so many magical places on this trip, and this is one of the most magical. Just incredible. And I know this is a long video and longer than most of the videos I do, but I love this, so please indulge me, and I pray that you enjoy it as much as I did. And now it's getting later in the morning, and so a lot of them are starting to land, and it was so much fun. Look how low they are into the city and around the surrounding area. Oh, and there's that volcano again, and here comes the name of that volcano and some information about it. I'm terrible with pronunciation, so there you go. 3,200 meters. And then these two balloons were two of several that I saw that were touching. Pretty wild. Can't imagine being in there. And that guy, just the top is sticking out above the hill. So much fun. And there's a bunch behind the mountains there, or the hills, whatever you want to call them. Then this next balloon here makes me think of some of my ideas during a staff meeting. Kind of deflated and kind of sad looking. That's a little joke, just kidding. But I thought that was fun to watch them deflate as well. So the balloon show was pretty much over for the day, and so I did a little exploring, and there's another Turkish flag. They're everywhere. And started to head into the national park proper, and got a little off track. My GPS is always trying to kill me, but I did a little off-roading. It was off-roading. I'm counting it as off-roading. And then pop out into these hills. Look how fun this is. What a cool landscape. I just love it. And it was so much fun to start to get into some of the dwellings where they've carved out the living spaces and stuff, and really unique landscapes. Look how fun that is. It's so great. Another view of this. I didn't actually go inside of that one, but you're going to see the inside of some others. Here's another instance where my GPS tried to kill me. This hill's a lot steeper than it looks on the GoPro, but it was more than I was expecting, and I said a few choice words at the top. And then I couldn't really tell where that went, so I got off and I walked down there to see if I would die going down there. And I decided that I wouldn't die, so I turned around and walked back up to the bike. Can you see how steep it is? It's kind of crazy. Anyway, I thought I could do it, so I jumped back on the bike, and this is all sped up, of course, and it turned out to be not too bad at all. So it was just a little freaky at first. And then I really got into some of the more carved areas. So great. Look at this stuff. Isn't this fun? I can't believe it. And it's just everywhere. You can't really go anywhere without seeing this stuff. I didn't pay for any tours or anything like that. And you have to Google it if you want information. I really didn't do anything except for enjoy it and drink it in. So much fun. So the people that did this must have been pretty accomplished climbers. Look how far that is down there. And it's pretty steep. Yeah, you had to be a pretty good climber to get in here. And this one was easy to access, so I went inside. It smelled pretty terrible in here, so I was really careful with where I was stepping. But pretty wild. Pretty good size. You could live comfortably in here if it didn't smell so bad. And then I think this area right here was a cooking area by the brown spot. And then that hole went clear through. There were several that went clear through like that. Check this out. Hello. I am in a crazy place. I didn't pay for the tour. And I don't know anything about any of this, but I do know it's pretty remarkable. Look how crazy this is. I don't know how much of this was added later, especially the coloring and the lines and stuff, but even if it was added later, that's still pretty impressive. What a beautiful place, and so grateful to be here. What a gift from God to be here. I just so amazed. Peace. So then it was time for a little bit more exploring around the area, and there's no shortage of awesome things to see. Here's some more dwellings over here on the right, and then some odd formations over here. I didn't even scratch the surface. There's so much here. But it's kind of fun. I just left the helmet on and went up to these cool formations to get a little picture, and other people were doing the exact same thing. It was fun to play tourist and see all these cool things and do the cool stuff. Say cheese. Okay, that's enough of that. Now back on the road and see what else there is to see. There's another tiny Turkish flag up there on top of that rock outcropping, and some more awesome formations on the way back into town. But starting that evening, it really rained, so it was a very different day the next day. See all the cloud cover? And it took a lot longer for the balloons to come up. I think they needed to wait for the air temperature to get to a certain level. But it was so cool with the clouds. Look at the balloons in the clouds. How awesome is that? So amazing. Look at that. It's magical. I just loved it so much. And like I said, it was a little bit later in the day, and I had my coffee, and it was just fantastic. Can't believe I got to be here and see this. Look at that. And then the clouds started burning off a little bit. The sun got higher, and the air is just filled with balloons. And then I went on a hike. I found this trail that actually kind of found me, and went up this canyon, and it was so amazing. I think the Garden of Eden is also a state of mind, and this was certainly that state of mind for me. So beautiful. And here's where I left the bike and jumped back on it and rode back into town and had a little bit of lunch. And everybody loves the Bactrian. Here's a couple of admirers. Thanks for enduring this longer format of a video. Really appreciate you. Remember to hit that thumbs up. That helps me a lot. And subscribing helps even more. Here's those awesome supporters. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll leave you with some of the babies I saw while I was here. Oh, look at this guy or this gal. She's so sweet. Peace and love to you all.